Hey there, family, friends, and anyone else who may be watching this. Those of you who know me personally know that we recently moved from an apartment into a nice big townhouse recently. And that new townhouse has 3 bedrooms, one of which I'm going to be showing you guys shortly here. Basically, this video I wanted to show you something I've been working on for a couple years now. For years, I've been dreaming about making a 90s themed bedroom or man cave, if you will. Maybe if it's in the basement or in a guest bedroom. In this case, it'd be a guest bedroom. And I tried looking online for like Google and YouTube for help, for assistance, because I have an idea of what I wanted, but I kind of wanted somebody else have done it, like an interior designer or something, so I can see what I'm looking at and I know what to do, what to buy, how to place everything. But basically, I wanted to recreate what it was like for every kid growing up in the 90s, what their bedroom looked like, and what I wish I had growing up. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. The only thing that I couldn't do that I wish I could do, but I don't know enough about, is I don't know enough yet still about the laws and regulations with copyright of other people's music, because I would prefer to play like a nice iconic 90s hit from Britney Spears or No Doubt or the Backstreet Boys, etc., to layer over this video to kind of add to the nostalgic ambiance of everything. But like I said, I don't want to get in trouble for it. So I would suggest, if you could, lightly play in the background while you're watching this video your favorite 90s song, and it'll just make the experience much better. So anyway, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this video and join me in taking a step back into the 1990s. Let's go. So we start off entering the room with my Hocus Pocus floor mat. Oh look, another glorious morning makes me sick. As you enter the room, we see some iconic 90s television. I do apologize for the glare. We start off with one of my favorite TV shows, The Nanny. Growing up, I always kind of felt like The Nanny kind of reminded me of my mom in a way, so I guess that's kind of why also I related to the show. A little fun fact. Making our way down, we get to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, as well as Sex and the City. And then going further down, we have some cartoons. Another one of my favorites, The Wild Thornberrys. And then this nice poster has a little combination of all of iconic 90s cartoons. And then making our way around the room, we get to my decently sized Beanie Baby collection, thanks to my dad for always helping me collect those growing up. Of course, like most 90s kids and parents, we thought and hoped that they'd, kind of help me with college funds. But of course, now they're not worth a whole lot. However, they're still pretty interesting, and they actually came in handy, obviously, with this video, with my 90s themed room. And making our way back around the room. Now we head to nice iconic 90s music, starting with the Spice Girls. Nice little signed poster there, as well as one of my other favorites, No Doubt. And thanks to my mom's influence growing up, we have the wonderful Shania Twain, leading to Christina Aguilera, the Fugees, Mariah Carey, TLC, the Backstreet Boys, more Spice Girls, NSYNC. Got a signed picture there. One of my iconic queens, Jennifer Lopez, and of course I couldn't do this without Miss Britney Spears. And moving right along over to the corner of the room, another cool find I did find online was some Happy Meal toys from 1995 from McDonald's. I was pretty excited when I found this. And they were in the original packages when I bought them. Here are my 2 favorites personally. And I did find this cool, interesting candle as well to pay homage to Snow White, as well as this little lamp from Aladdin. Then another cool thing I found in the store that I had to frame instead of keeping was this bag that looks like a magazine cover for Pocahontas. Go where the wind takes you. Sometimes the right path is not the easiest. Spring edition. Everybody knows me also knows that Pocahontas was my favorite. And I could not do the 90s or any period without my other icon, Selena. Anything for Selenas. And down here on my bed, I didn't forget to show was I have some Nightmare Before Christmas sheets. Now that we're coming up on Halloween, it seems relevant. And I also have the glow-in-the-dark stars. And heading around the room, we've got Michael Jackson over here. I got this in New York. Somebody wrote my name, my last name. Sorry about the lights, kind of bright. And I got this 3D poster. I also have some blow-up furniture, which unfortunately deflates daily, so I have to constantly be blowing it up. And heading back around the room, we now have some 90s movies. Got one of my favorites, the Titanic, Clueless, Sister Act, Edward Scissorhands, Jumanji. Man, who else misses Robin Williams? That's so sad. Forrest Gump, that still holds up to today, gives me nostalgic feels. Never Been Kissed. And more Robin Williams with Miss Doubtfire. And heading down here, another cool thing my dad bought me not too long ago was all these different albums from Michael Jackson, all the albums he's ever made. It's quite actually a pretty heavy duty poster. I'm not sure what it's made out of, but it's like 20 pounds, so I haven't been able to hang it up. And then heading back over here, we got my TV stand, of which I have this other cool little trinket that I got as a kid as well, because my dad knows I love Titanic. I think you can hold like jewelry or something in it. That's interesting. And even though these are kind of hard to find nowadays to eat, I did find this cool little memory of the Ninja Turtles. And I got my DVD VHS player, because it's really hard to find VHS players nowadays. Ironically, the VHS part still works, it's the DVD part that broke. And in here, I do have some VHS tapes. As well as in here, from the originally when my dad bought it for us as a kid, we have the PlayStation, the first one, as well as some PlayStation games such as the Spyro games and Need for Speed. And then heading backwards, we have this pretty cool shelf of iconic items. This Furby is actually the Furby that I had as a kid. I was like, 10 years old, I think. And actually I got it, and I was so sad to find out that it didn't work. Because it's in its original packaging. It even has its original sticker from Toys R Us, if you can see that. And when I turned it on, at first it didn't do anything, so then the dealer was telling me to bang on it a little bit and that would help. However, it started working finally, but there was no noise coming out of it, so there was nothing I could do about it. I heard there's some surgeries you can do, taking them apart to fix it, but I was not adventurous enough, so if anybody has any tips, I'd love to hear them. Got some Silly Putty. Got this cool little scene from Hey Arnold. You see the little figurines right there playing baseball. Got some Renaissance, all my favorite Renaissance Disney VHS tapes. To me, they look better on VHS than DVD. Argue with me. Have some TV shows, Wild Thornberrys, Hey Arnold, The Nanny, Fresh Prince. Have my favorite books over here, some dictionaries, because I'm all about languages. Got some Goosebumps in there, poetry books, these cute little monkey things. As well as got some Tamagotchis and Game Boy Color. Game Boy Advance, I think it's 2001, but it still went with the way everything looks, so I decided to add it. And this cool little Hot Wheel that's Puerto Rican themed, because we are Puerto Rican, and my dad found me. I thought that was pretty cool. And heading upwards, we've got some coasters, some more Hocus Pocus stuff, as well as this really interesting 1999 never been opened calendar from the Backstreet Boys. I thought that was pretty interesting find. Sorry about the glare. And I don't know if I showed it or not, but there's another Hocus Pocus sign. It's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas. Heading back to the shelf, we've got cute little trinket from the Wild Thornberrys. I think it's an ornament. There's the Goosebumps case that came with the books. Cassette, 1990s Titanic cassette. And of course I had to add some 1990s snacks, being the Ritz Bits, Fruit Roll-Ups, Gushers, Fruit by the Foot, Scooby, Cosmic Brownies, the Wonder Ball, the Bottle Pop. I wanted the original Wonder Ball, but that's really hard to find now, as if you remember, I think during our childhood, they kind of discontinued certain versions of it with the toys because they were causing choking hazards. But yeah, that's pretty much concludes my reveal of my 1990s man cave. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys like this, I'm kind of an old soul myself, so I'm not just doing 90s themed things, but also anything retro, 70s, 80s. Growing up, my parents played. My mom, she played the 80s because that was her era. My dad played the 70s, that was his era. My sister played the 90s and the 2000s, obviously. She's around my age, that was her era as well. So I like all genres. So I would definitely, all eras of pop culture. I might be making some more videos if you guys like these. My next one I'd love to do would be taste testing, because I haven't had any of those snacks plus more in 20 some years since I was a kid in the 90s. So yeah, I look forward to doing these. They're just for fun, but let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching.